All right, so we have a property that's in mind. It's about $500,000, right? And I've already walked this with my general contractor because I don't fix things like that. I can build some things, but not that. Instead, I took my general contractor with me to look at the property, and he basically told me it's going to take about $150,000 to repair this and get it up and running the way you need it. New roof, new new like a lot of new things. $150,000 to repair, and that's kind of a good rule of thumb that you're going to spend $150,000 on repairs whenever you're buying something that is what I call an add value property, something that is really like deferred maintenance. It's vacant, it's kind of run down. You're going to spend some money on it, right? We're going to do the math really quick, right? We have 500,000, right, is the property purchase price, and we have 150,000 in repairs. This is our reno budget, right? Math is super easy. It's just 650,000. Next, we're going to get on CoStar or LoopNet, right? And we're going to kind of figure out what things are selling for, what rent is going for. But before that, I want to stay at anywhere from an 8 to a 12%, right? That is how much money I want to make on this deal on a yearly basis. We're going to calculate that. We're going to multiply 650,000 times my cap rate. Let's go with 12%. I'm going to plug it into my calculator. 650,000 times 12%. I need to make $78,000 a year for this to make sense for me. And you'll see why in a minute. I'm going to do the same thing with an 8% to see kind of where I need to be. And there's a method to my madness here, I promise. Times 8% equals, let's do the math again. 650 times 8%. So this is 52,000. You'll see my numbers. There are my numbers. There you go. 52,000. We're going to divide that 78,000 divided by 12, and we're going to get our monthly. Our monthly is 6,500. And that's for 12%. For an 8%, 52,000 divided by 12 is 4,333. All right, so we've got some basics here. Now, we're going to go online and we're going to look to see what things are selling for and what things are renting for. On average, based off of my market, something can go anywhere from $150 to $300 per square foot for a sales price, right? So I'm going to go with the lower end because this is an add value property, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide the purchase price of $500,000, and I'm going to divide that by $150 per square foot to figure out how much square footage I can get away with, right? Do I need one big unit, or can I divide this into multiple? How is this going to work, right? We've got 500,000 divided by 150. That gives me 3,333 square feet, roughly 3,300, right? All right, so we know what our square footage should be, and we're not going to overpay on that, right? What we're going to do next is we're going to divide the annual rent that we're collecting, and we're going to divide that by 3,333, right? To give us our annual price per square foot. 78,000 divided by 3,333. That brings us to $23.40 for a 12% cap. Same thing, we're going to do it for a 52,000, right? At an 8%. So 8% is 52,000. So 52,000 divided by 3,333. This is $1,560 a square foot. Price per square foot, right? Price per square foot. right? And so this is our annual, our annual, and that's how usually things are advertised. With this information, I'm gonna look on the internet, and I'm gonna look on LoopNet and Crexi or CoStar. If you're not a realtor, I wouldn't necessarily spend the money on CoStar, but LoopNet and Crexi are free. You won't necessarily get comps, and comps are hard to find anyway, but at least you've got a basis. And so studying the market definitely helps, right? And you're going to basically, the property that you're looking at, you're going to compare that to other properties that are out in the market that are being rented and seeing if this product will be viable, right? Ideally, you want to stay at the higher end and not the lower end, because you're going to be advertising something at the lower end that has been completely renovated. And so that's something to take into consideration, right? Next step, we need to figure out how much money is it going to cost me every month, and is this deal truly a good deal, or should I just walk away? The next thing is that we need to figure out our mortgage payment. Mortgage payment, this is where this financial calculator comes into play. Our loan amount is $650, right? But we have to put 20% down, because that's what our lender has said, right? We have $650,000, right? And we've got 20-year loan, and it's at 7.5%, right? Because that's kind of what rates are at right now. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe a little bit lower in your areas. It just depends, right? But that's kind of where we're at right now. With my calculator, the first thing that we need to do is calculate N. N stands for the number of time, your time. This is your 20 years. You're gonna multiply this by month. 20 times, because you have to make a monthly payment, right? 20 times 12 equals 240. And then you're just gonna hit the N. Next, you're gonna calculate the interest. Interest, you have to divide by 12 because you're calculating it monthly. So 7.5 divide by 12. And this should give you 0.63. Your next one is present value. That is the value, that is your loan amount. Your loan amount is $520,000, right? Because your 20% of 650 is 130, and subtract that, that's 520, right? And then you're just gonna hit present value. Your future value, once you've completely paid that off, will be zero. Zero, present value. Next, you're gonna compute this, CPT, and then you're just gonna hit the PMT, payment. And it'll give you negative $4,189.08. And it's negative because it is a payment, it is a debt. And so in calculators like this, it is definitely, it's a financial calculator, and any debt is negative. Little know-how, right? Now, we know that our loan amount is $4,189, and we have to cover that every month. But we've already done the math for it, right? At a 12% and an 8% cap rate. And we're trying to figure out which one would work better, right? Because ultimately it's going to affect your bottom line. At a $650,000 investment at 12%, and that is a $6,500 per month, right? And you need to collect at minimum $4,189. That leaves you quite a bit of room, right? Almost $2,000 per month that you'll be collecting extra, right? Versus the 8% cap rate, right? Where it's only $4,333. Your mortgage payment is $189. And so you're only making $180. I don't think that would be a good deal in this case, and I would keep searching. I hope this helps, guys. And if y'all have questions on or want to learn how to calculate these numbers, feel free to give me a call or send me a DM, and I would love to sit down and chat with you and kind of figure out what you're trying to do as far as your investments, and so I can help. All right. As always, Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Talk to you soon.